Good evening, randomites. This is Bella Caro, the Hook Queen, and actually, I'm participating in the Voice Actors for Change. In light of what has happened with Breonna Taylor, we're all reading different some of the creepypasta people and the horror voice actors and the dramas and the comedy readers and the romance novel people and the erotic novel people. We're all taking a chance today to read a piece from a prominent or not so prominent or well-known or maybe not so well-known African-American female poet, author, or someone in that of that nature, or even maybe like a composition of a woman who maybe wrote a paper or something like that. I don't know. They have a criteria. I am from Wyandanch, Long Island, New York, guys, and you know this. And I actually chose for my piece today, for the Voice Actors for Change, to read a piece called The Invisible Flame. It's actually called My Protests Are Not Peaceful, They Are Invisible. And it's also called The Invisible Flame, which is on here, by Dearest Price. Copyright is Agape Voice, and all of that will be on this video in the link. You can clip on, I guess when it turns blue, you hit on it, and it'll take you right to her page. You can see some of the things that she writes. She's a very educated woman. However, she's a very real woman, real down-to-earth woman, a very loving and caring woman, a very hardworking woman. And so that is why I chose her piece to read today, and because she's from my hometown, Wyandanch. So let's get right into it, guys. We're supposed to keep it under 15 minutes, and I believe I can get it under 10. And guys, bear with me. This piece is back from, I believe, June. I'll look and see exactly the date and everything. And when you go to her page and read through some of her things, you'll find this as well as some of her other works. So if I'm not spot on with the date, it's somewhere around in there. But even if you don't find this piece, you'll find so much more stuff on her page that you will really, really enjoy. And if you have daughters, I recommend that you join her page and let your daughters see her page. It's great for young girls. I don't want to say young black girls, because I find that some of her, most of her writings are just great for young females, period. So I don't want to say young black girls. My daughter is an African-American girl. However, she doesn't have any African-American friends, and all of her friends read Dearest Price. So let's get right into it. My protests are not peaceful. They are invisible, by Dearest Price. Copyright Agape Voice. My protests are not peaceful because few have said her name. Her blackness kept dying in battle, but only he claimed the fame. We can see it. We have rehearsed it since the beginning of time. And when you called God a he, it had to completely blow her mind. There's a scripture reference there, Numbers 23:10. When Adam blamed Eve, you must have thought we were dumb, making the real problem invisible, that she had to turn to a bum. And that's Genesis 3:4. When Abraham made Sarah feel like she wasn't enough, she had to kick out black Hagar to call him on his bluff. Genesis 16:2 reference. And when Noah entered a boat with women just called wives, the world continued with no mention of her. And that was no surprise. Genesis 6:18. But let's move it a little forward. Let's go more current in history. Harriet Tubman was a conductor, but not the story that would set us free. Ida B. Wells wrote of the lynching well before it got insane, but most children don't know her name. Sorry, guys, hold on a second. I'm going to read that chapter because I kind of got a little emotional with the Harriet Tubman reference. But let's move it a little forward. Let's go more current in history. Harriet Tubman was a conductor, but not the story that would set us free. Ida B. Wells wrote of the lynching well before it got insane, but most children don't know her because the books don't say her name. Mamie Till was an early mama who saw her baby boy die to white supremacy, leaving his mutilated casket open for all the world to see. But you ask why I protest and get mad when I say her name. Because I can clearly see how when it's all over, you'll do me the same. It was Angela who fought for the Soledad brothers, and Elaine Brown held the Black Panther Party together. But most of you just don't know it, and these were images that should have stood with black girls forever. But let's jump to today. What more can I say? Sandra Bland was so invisible. It was a game the cops would play, hanging from a cell, noose that they had already tied, as she was pulled over for a taillight, and no one realized that she had died. It was Atiana Jefferson that killed me the most. Playing video games with her nephew, killed with a cop's bullet, has gone ghost. But it was the death right before George Floyd that should have caused protests all outside. Her name was Breonna Taylor, and she should have never died. She was sleeping in her home, doors shut, cops totally to blame. Her boyfriend tried to defend her, but we weren't planning to say her name. Until the second prophet named George, with fire in his eyes, said, "I can't breathe," led to all this uprise. Protests daily in the streets, and of course black women will still lead the charge. Some have called us bitches and hoes, but our decision has never been hard. We will stand up, watch you pass the mic, get no press. See, that's what you do. My words may be harsh, but you know they're true. Tamika Mallory has dropped the most science, but the world won't see. No, my protests aren't peaceful. They are invisible to me. You don't see me the same as God, so I will keep fighting this hate game, and one day you will be forced to say my name. Say my name. And here, guys, this article, actually, I have it saved in my laptop. And on this article, I actually have a little note that I sent to her, and I will read the note that I sent to her also. It says, "You are not invisible to me. Your spirit marched for 9 days on Gainesville, Georgia streets. See, your spirit touched a girl many moons ago, and it lit a flame that cannot be extinguished, and that flame lit other flames. Your very invisible protest is a movement. I see you. Thank you for your service, dearest Price. I see your flame burning bright." And that's just a message that I had wrote to her. The girl that I'm referencing to is my daughter, Rachel. You guys know that she does a lot of civil rights activism and things like that. And so this is my reading. And guys, that I really hope that this movement continues, and that we continue to voice actors, the spoken word poets, everyone continue to read these articles of these black journalists and authors, and get that voice out there. A lot of people would rather hear something read to them than read it themselves. And and you guys see how much followers and things that we get. We get 30,000 here, 75,000 there. You know, my other page gets like 150,000, and things like that, because people want to hear good stories and old stories and good news articles and things that they can't themselves read. Maybe they're working or something. So let's continue and keep this on, guys. I enjoyed this time that I have spent with you guys. I am honored, and I'm also humbled that you clicked watch on this video. If you like this video, please hit like. If you are subscribed, I thank you for subscribing and being a subscriber, because you do help my channel out. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe this. And if you know someone who could benefit from this reading, share this video with them. And also, what I would like for you guys to do is, I'm going to leave the link. I want you guys to go to Dearest Price's page, Agape Voice. And I want each of you guys who are watching this video to pick a couple of articles and send them out to a girl. She covers so many different topics. Send them out to a girl. And I'm not going to say African American girl, because for me this is not a colored thing. What I'm asking you to do, guys, is I'm going to ask you to light a flame under the youth, the female youth. So send them an article to read so that they can read and they can be blessed. And maybe like my daughter and her friends, they'll fall in love with some of Dearest Price's work, and they'll also join and follow her work, and they'll be enriched for that. Thank you guys so much. This is Bella Carr, the Hook Queen, and I am so humbled and so blessed that you have honored me with your presence today. God bless everyone, and let's continue this fight. Black lives do matter.